All right, but let's get back to the news of the day because there is a lot. First, this, the U.S. is making a new military move to challenge Iran, sending more forces to the Middle East in response to potential threats against American troops in the region. The Trump administration announced yesterday that a U.S. aircraft carrier and a bomber task force are being sent to areas closer to Iran.
President Trump's national security advisor, John Bolton, says it sends, quote, a clear and unmistakable message to the Iranian regime. He says any attack on United States interest or on those of our allies will be met with, in his words, unrelenting force. David Martin is at the Pentagon with more on this story. David, good morning to you.
Good morning. The decision to order this major show of force in the Persian Gulf and to issue explicit threats against Iran was made over the weekend, and it raises the long simmering feud with Iran to a new level of confrontation. The aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln and Air Force bombers are being deployed to the Persian Gulf after U.S. intelligence began picking up warnings that Iran was making plans to attack Americans both at sea and on land, including U.S. troops in Iraq. Tensions have been rising since the United States declared the Iranian Revolutionary Guards a foreign terrorist organization last month.
The Iranian regime's use of terrorism as a tool of statecraft makes it fundamentally different from any other government.
And last week, the U.S. announced new economic sanctions designed to shut off all Iranian oil exports, which the administration says accounts for 40% of the regime's revenue.
Iran is a rogue regime. It has been a threat throughout the Middle East.
It's part of what the Trump administration calls an unprecedented maximum pressure campaign, which began a year ago when President Trump pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal.
We will not allow a regime that chants death to America to gain access to the most deadly weapons on earth.
I am responsible for foreign policy.
Last month, Iran's foreign minister told Face the Nation he thought President Trump was being pushed towards a conflict by his advisors and allies.
I think the U.S. administration is putting things in place for accidents to happen.
Who's doing that?
My B team, Ambassador Bolton, 1B, Bibi Netanyahu, 2nd B, bin Zayed, 3rd B, bin Salman. These people want confrontation, and I believe it is important for the prudent people, for the grown-ups, to prevent confrontation.
Neither side wants war, which would be costly to the U.S. and disastrous to Iran, but with both sides making threats and actual preparations for attacks, the threat of an accidental war is increasing. John?
David Martin, thank you so much, David.